Today we summarize FANLETTER, please. The story begins with Ban Yuna, a young leukemia patient admitted to a hospital in Seoul. Her strength in this difficult situation comes from her father, Ban Young-seok, and her favorite actress, Han Kan-hee. Whenever she sees Han Kan-hee perform on screen, it somehow makes her feel better. Young-seok, on the other hand, works as a designated driver, transporting drunk people at night just to be able to visit his daughter in the hospital during the day. Later, we meet Han Kan-hee, who is a highly recognized actress. She has been in the entertainment industry since childhood, which has resulted in her constantly facing press harassment and anti-fans. Apparently, she has an issue with a reporter who is trying to take advantage of her and her scandals. Although Han Kan-hee doesn't take him too seriously and ignores him, we discover that Kan-hee experiences frequent panic attacks when surrounded by fans, so people often mistake her for a snobby actress. Her manager is always there to take care of her like an older brother and encourages her not to read malicious comments from anti-fans. However, Kan-hee insists on continuing to do things her way. Later, Kan-hee's assistant delivers a box with all the letters sent by her fans, but she wants nothing to do with them because just looking at the letters triggers anxiety attacks, especially after receiving a threatening letter from a hater. For this reason, she decides to keep the letters in the office. By sheer luck, some of the letters fall, and her manager doesn't notice that a few end up on the floor. They are picked up by the malicious reporter who wants to take revenge on Kan-hee. Meanwhile, Yuna has to undergo one of her painful treatments, and she doesn't want to do it. However, her father promises her a wish if she behaves and listens to the doctors. So, after the procedure, she tells her father that her heart's desire is for her favorite actress to answer one of her letters. Although this seems very difficult for poor Young-seok because an actress as famous as Kan-hee doesn't usually respond to the countless letters from her fans. In the meantime, Kaji meets with the director of her latest project. Although they seem to praise her to her face, they talk behind her back, and Kan-hee notices it. Later, she pretends that her project was terrible, and that's why it failed, using the gossip about her as an excuse to hide her mediocrity. After leaving them perplexed, she calls for a driver to pick her up because she had been drinking while waiting. The director returns, furious and drunk, and starts insulting Kan-hee. When he realizes they are being recorded, she tries to leave, but the director follows her and grabs her wrist. Just then, Young-seok arrives like a superhero to defend her, warning the drunken director that it would be in his best interest to let her go. Kan-hee seems to recognize him, although they both pretend not to. When the director asks who he is, Young-seok reveals that he is her driver, something that surprises Kan-hee. During the ride, she continues to act as if she doesn't know him, trying to engage in friendly conversation. But eventually, Kan-hee reveals that they have known each other for a long time and that she was just pretending not to. So, Young-seok has no choice but to greet her as old friends. The rest of the trip home, they talk and laugh like never before, until Young-seok mentions his daughter and how much she would love to have her favorite actress respond to one of her letters. Kan-hee's demeanor changes immediately, and she tells him that it's impossible, making things a bit awkward between them as she drops him off at his house, wondering when he got married. He recalls his high school days when his mother was more interested in using his fame and money rather than encouraging him to study. All the students seem to admire her for the same reason, except for Young-seok, who didn't pay much attention to her. One day, Kan-hee skipped classes and went to a secluded area of the school to smoke. She ran into Young-seok, who scolded her for being in that area without even being impressed because she was a famous actress. Kan-hee, thinking it was all an act to get her attention, started teasing him. However, he stopped her before leaving and approached her to smell her cigarette odor, scolding her for being so young and having such a horrible vice. At that moment, they were interrupted by the school guard, who was looking for the students because of the smell. Both of them hid, but before they could be discovered, Young-seok decided to come out and take the blame for the cigarettes. Back in the present, Kan-hee tells him that she later found out it wasn't his fault, and he was only trying to help her. Young-seok encourages her to believe in herself because the people writing hateful comments on the internet don't know her true self. That way, the hate she receives won't affect her. On the other hand, the scandal of the fake letters escalates, and Young-seok begins to feel the public's disdain, accusing him of exploiting his sick daughter for money. But Yuna teaches him a lesson by making him understand that Kan-hee faces the same harassment from the press and anti-fans all the time. She also tells him that she suspected the truth about the letters because when Kan-hee gave her autographs, she noticed that the handwriting was different. So, he shouldn't feel too bad for her. Back at the hospital, Young-seok sees Yuna's friends recording a video, and decides to clarify how things happened and clear Kan-hee's name. Meanwhile, Kan-hee is able to leave her house. To pass the time, she drinks a lot and eats heaps of food. At that moment, she receives a notification about Young-seok's video. She is moved by his sincerity in telling the truth and protecting her at all times. Public opinion about her changes again, something that upsets her former classmate who is also in the entertainment industry. At the same time, Kan-hee meets Yuna and apologizes for lying to her. They become closer and she even gives Yuna a candle with her name on it. After all the scandals Kan-hee was involved in, her career was somewhat damaged. That's why she hadn't received any offers except an invitation from a director friend to make a cameo appearance in a movie starring her high school rival. With no other offers, Kan-hee accepts it, although her rival doesn't make it easy for her. She makes her repeat scenes 1,000 times and even provokes a fight, mentioning her money-driven mother. Everything is heard, and even recorded. The malicious reporter finds out and wants to use this information to discredit Kan-hee, so he interviews the girl and invents that Kan-hee was a bully in high school who always intimidated her into getting what she wanted. The reporter wastes no time and publishes the news immediately. Kan-hee is in shock when she reads what is written about her, causing her to have an anxiety attack. Everything turns into chaos, her products are removed from stores, and hateful messages flood her agency. In the evening, Kan-hee sadly goes to the hospital to visit Yuna and tells her the truth about the rumors. Yuna believes her because she experienced something similar with her friends. To comfort Kan-hee, Yuna tells her that she is brave and kind, not the person the media paints her to be. Kan-hee also meets Young-seok there, and Yuna asks her father to help Kan-hee deal with the rumors. Young-seok decides to take action and starts investigating. He talks to the director of the movie where the controversy started, asking him to reveal the truth. He also meets the reporter, who seems very nervous about his questions. Young-seok begins to suspect that something strange is happening. Finally, he finds out that the malicious reporter paid the high school girl to tell those lies. Young-seok decides to take the matter to the police, but Kan-hee doesn't want to get involved in a legal battle because it will only make things worse for her image. Instead, she decides to face the high school girl herself. She goes to her and confronts her, revealing that she knows the truth and that she is willing to forgive her. The girl breaks down and confesses to everything, including taking the money from the reporter. Kan-hee records the confession and then goes public with it, exposing the malicious reporter's actions. Her reputation is restored, and she receives an outpouring of support from her fans and the public. In the end, Kan-hee visits Yuna in the hospital one last time before leaving for her next project. Yuna thanks her for everything and gives her a drawing as a gift. Kan-hee is deeply moved by Yuna's kindness and courage. The story ends with Kan-hee and Young-seok parting ways, with both of them having found strength and friendship in each other. Kan-hee's career is back on track, and Yuna continues to fight her battle against leukemia with a smile on her face.